And welcome to another live broadcast from Mile of Music downtown Appleton at the Performing Arts Center. Joining us today right now is Rob and Kate from the band Before Dawn. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having us.
You bet. You enjoying your Mile experience so far?
So much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been good this year. Mm-hmm.
Is today traveling day? You're like just walking around checking out different things?
Yeah. We played Friday and Saturday, and now Sunday we are free to do our thing.
So you're not adhering to a schedule. You just
No.
like freelance it.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. We didn't know how we were going to be feeling today after all the, running around all weekend. And so.
Is it stressful when you got a schedule during the Mile week to make sure you're at the shows at the proper times and stuff?
Well, you mean like to make sure that we arrive on time to play our show?
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep a schedule pretty tight.
Yeah, but it's just the business, right? Like you say you're going to be somewhere and you schedule your day around being there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mile of Music it's a well-run organization, and they treat the artists really good. I think that's what keeps people coming back.
For sure. I actually, when we moved here, we had lived here for like maybe 3 weeks, and I volunteered at Mile of Music. So that was like my first introduction to it, and I was just initially blown away by how well organized it was, and just everyone was doing such a great job.
Right.
Yeah.
And everything has been starting on time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So efficient. Really well done.
I was at a couple of outdoor shows during the Mile, and the production people at the venue are backstage going, we got to get off the stage, and so there's no encores, anything like that, which is great because it just keeps everything flowing and flowing. You guys mentioned that you're local. You're from Appleton.
Yeah, we live in Appleton now.
Yeah, we moved here in 2021.
Where'd you move from?
So that's kind of a long story, but I can give you the Cliff's Notes version. We moved directly from the North Woods of Wisconsin.
Okay.
And we'd lived there for about 3 years. And then prior to that, we lived in Los Angeles. And prior to that, we lived in Austin, Texas for about a decade. But we both grew up in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
So you kind of just did the whole circle thing, huh?
Yeah.
That's amazing. When you say you're local, you're really local. You said you walked here from the home?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's really cool to live close to downtown with all the great things that happen here.
Yeah. Besides the Mile, I mean, there's always something going on downtown here. And College Avenue is great. I love it down here. Even if it's just for people watching,
And the walking trails in this town are great.
Are they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We like to get out and walk a lot. And there's some really great trails here.
I usually walk from the dining room to the TV set. That's about it for me. So tell us all about the band.
Well, we formed in 2005, 4.
Well, 2004. We've
in
been
Austin. And we started out with more of like a goth type sound on the Austin, Texas scene.
Really?
We've morphed into what we are now, which is, it's got elements of goth, elements of funk, elements of punk. And we most classify with like post-punk music.
Really? So are you a two-piece band?
We're a 3.
Three-piece band. Yeah.
now, but we were a duo for probably, I don't know, 18 of the 20 years we've been playing or something.
So we've had a drummer for a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate Klein. And he's
And what instrument do you play?
I play guitar and synthesizers.
And I play guitar and bass. And
we sing.
we sing.
Yeah.
In the studio, do you mix it up a little bit? You take turns playing different instruments?
We're always, it seems like, rehearsing for something. And so, like, a lot of times it feels like we're just sticking to the things that we do. But we've had that conversation this week. Is like, we need to get together and just, like, jam on different things.
Yeah, we don't really, it's always, like she said, we're always preparing for some event. So not a lot of, we don't schedule much time to explore.
Right.
But we're like, hey, we should start doing that.
Yeah. Well, studio time is pretty expensive, so you really can't.
Well, we have our basement studio.
Are you?
Yeah. So it's specifically for music.
Right. DIY has come a long way.
Oh, it has.
It's more accessible than ever, so
yeah,
that's a very cool thing to do. Do you have new music out, or are you releasing pretty soon?
We are.
Funny you should ask.
Yeah.
We have an album release party, well, EP. We have a new EP coming out, and the release party is going to be at Appleton Beer Factory on September 28th.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And we have new songs that we're just really excited about.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of our musical style in the past has not really been, I don't want to say rigid, but we've kind of been able to, we've looked at different styles of music, and this album we're very focused on more of like a darker,
cohesive
sound.
Like from track to track.
From track to track, so it's like it all sounds like it's on the same
in the same
album.
plane. Yeah, right. Is it a full length?
No, it's not. It'll be an EP.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems to be the favored format nowadays.
No, they're quicker, you know.
Yeah.
Get out.
They're manageable too so basically if you're in an independent band right now and you don't have label support, you're doing the work of like a team of 10 people.
Yeah.
Right? So
right.
if you keep your album size a little bit smaller, it feels manageable. I know with the times that we have released full-length albums, they've taken about 2 years to finish,
yeah.
you know?
Right.
And people want new music.
Right. Well, and I think one of the benefits of the short form releases are when you can just sort of 5 or 6 songs, but you already got something in your pocket ready for the next one.
Right.
And you don't have to put everything on one album.
It's like the tapas of music.
Yeah.
Little plates.
Are you guys, after the Mile of Music, what are your plans? What are you playing at? Of course, the Appleton Beer Factory in September.
Right. We have a September show the week before that in Green Bay.
Okay.
And other than those 2 shows, that's what we have scheduled because we have to get this EP finished. So recording is what's on the schedule for the rest of the month.
So you're still in the process of getting things down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you send it out to get mastered?
So we have been using a mastering company.
Have you?
Yeah.
In the UK.
Oh, wow.
What were they called? Metropolis Mastering in the UK.
Really?
And they're reasonable and do a really good job.
That's amazing that you can collaborate with somebody overseas.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, and they're great. The person we work with is, we specifically work with her now.
Really?
For that
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. So a couple dates coming up for before dawn. Do you need a breather after the miles? Like, got to decompress.
Sort of, yes. I mean, one thing that like I feel like the whole summer builds up to Mile, right? Anything that you're planning on doing, you kind of think about it in terms of like before Mile and after Mile.
Yeah.
And it's like we want to also do things like put a fence in our yard and like I don't
the
know,
lawn.
like paint a wall, mow the lawn. Yeah, those things. And then just we're like musicians, but we're also kind of outdoorsy people.
Yeah.
And so we're like, we haven't spent enough time like going to a beach or, going to a state park.
But we will after Mile.
But we will after Mile.
Get out there. I've always considered the Mile of Music and being involved in the music community. It's kind of like our New Year's.
Yeah.
It's like we base everything around the mile, before or after the mile.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's the apex of the summer.
Yeah, absolutely. Was it hot enough for you guys this year?
Interesting, because we were talking about being from Florida, Texas, California, and I'm like, I think my tolerance for the heat is gone. It used to be able 106 degrees, and I'm like, it's 85. So yeah, it's been hot enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also at the same time, like I feel like we're sort of readapting a bit. I don't know. Texas summers and Florida summers are impossibly hot. So even when it's, 90 here, I'm like, well, it's not 109.
Yeah, it's not a dry heat.
No, it's the humid heat.
It's very humid
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
All right, so we're looking forward to September 30th,
September 28th.
28th at the Appleton Beer Factory.
Correct.
Mark's a great guy. He's great at booking.
Yeah.
Love Mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the most enthusiastic booking people around here. Yeah.
Right.
He gets very excited.
He does. I dig his passion. I mean, he's really into it. One of the many people who are. So, Rob and Kate from the band Before Dawn, we're looking forward to your album release party at the album. what's the best way to get in touch with you guys, social wise?
I feel like
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, is
like
it?
we do Facebook, but we're not as active, I would say. Yeah. And
Instagram.
then I think
Yeah.
on our website, is there a sign up for our email list?
There is a sign up for the email list.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like beforedawn.com or
Before dawnband.com.
make sure you get that band in.
Yeah.
And then what's our
It's,
Insta handle?
Before_dawn_music is our
Oh.
Insta handle.
Okay, and then that link's available off your webpage.
Yes.
as
Yes,
well.
Yes, it is.
absolutely. Yeah.
And is your music on Bandcamp, Spotify?
It's in all the places.
It's in all the places it should be.
Yep.
Once again, Rob and Kate from Before Dawn joining us. Thank you very much for your time. I certainly appreciate it.
Thank you for
too.
having us.
Yeah.
All right. Out of the music we go. You're listening to WCZR here on Code Zero Radio, broadcasting live from Appleton, Wisconsin.